Ava is an adventure YouTuber, host and director of the show Super Skilled on National Geographic, and a self-proclaimed feral woman. She absolutely loves the wilderness and is always chasing that feeling of being truly alive in everything she does. Her content usually focuses on camping in remote locations and showing off her survival skills. But in this particular video, something extremely unexpected happened. And honestly, being in her position would make your skin crawl. You see, she often goes alone into these remote places, building her camp and staying out there by herself. And if you've been watching me for a while, you already know, going alone, especially in isolated areas like that, is almost never a great idea, and you'll see exactly why in a second.
In the last few weeks, I've started to realize just how dangerous it is to do what I do. And I never had to deal with situations like this before, not on this level, but just the fact that it's all happening now is making me rethink this channel, what this channel is about, and the future of it. A few minutes ago, a man that I don't know appeared on my property. And he turned to me and he said, "Oh, finally I found you. I've been looking for you." This is a man that I don't know, that I didn't invite here, that I didn't want here, who came here all on his own to my private property in the mountains, where there is no obvious path that leads here. He made his way up the hills and through the fricking forest to find me, uninvited. To find a woman who's camping on her own, on her private property. To find her and do what exactly? I was shocked. I was shocked and immediately felt so vulnerable and so scared. I immediately told him that this is my private property and that I'm not looking for guests. I took my axe and I went inside my tent with Vyuk. This is not the first time that something like this has happened, because a few weeks ago, something even worse happened.
Now, imagine being on your own property, completely alone, and a man just shows up, trespassing, and says, "Here you are, I finally found you." That's absolutely terrifying, especially in a place that remote, where even if something went wrong, it could take hours for anyone to reach you. And that man, what was he even thinking? Just look at how he keeps trying to follow her, even after she clearly tells him she's not looking for guests. That's not normal. That's straight up creepy, and it raises a lot of red flags about his intentions. But what makes this even worse is the fact that this wasn't the first time. After this, Ava talked about another encounter she had just a few weeks earlier, trying to raise awareness. And this one was just messed up.
A few weeks ago, I was filming with National Geographic for my new show when I found out that another guy that I didn't know, that I had zero contact with ever, had been looking for me on my land in Poland. I wasn't there at the time, of course. I was filming with Nat Geo on a different continent. But the next thing I know, this man found out where we were filming, and he flew from Europe to Africa to chase me down, convinced that we were supposed to get married and that we're supposed to be together, that destiny is bringing us together. And so this man is looking for me all around the world. I don't know him. I don't know who he is. I don't know his intentions. And he found me. It's a really terrifying experience when men that you don't know seek you out.
It just shows how many unpredictable people are out there, and putting yourself online doesn't really help either. It's kind of sad because something that's meant to be creative and positive can also attract the wrong kind of attention. She decided to stay for a bit, but eventually called a friend and explained the situation. He told her straight up, "It's better to leave. If there's even a chance that guy is still around, maybe waiting for it to get dark or for her to fall asleep, it's just not worth the risk." So the plan was to leave the spot and come back in the morning, when it's safer, to pack everything up.
Take Coke and just fucking head down to your car. I drive over to your friends' just park for the night or somewhere else. Go back in the morning to clean up stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably wise.
It's especially earlier than later. You know, it's not fun. It's fucking convenient as fuck. But like, if we're just trying to play risk management with a situation where you have a bunch of unknowns, you don't know who this guy is.
Yeah.
You know, he says he's visiting. You know, it could be another weirdo that's coming to look for stuff. So like, we just don't know.
Yeah.
Comes up with beers.
Yeah.
So he starts drinking and thinks, I'll go back.
Yeah, that's true.
That's exactly what she did. She left and came back the next morning with someone to help her pack up her camp. But even then, the danger she had been exposed to was still there, and it made her realize just how risky it is to always go alone into places like that. It also shows that when you reach a certain level online, like she has with nearly 2 million subscribers, you can start attracting the wrong kind of attention. There are people out there who become obsessed, who try to figure out where you are, where you go, and what you do. And that can get dangerous really fast. She was lucky. Maybe that man backed off because he realized he was being filmed. But what if that wasn't the case? What if she was in a slightly different situation? I'm really glad she chose to leave when she did. Scrawny Mountain Man is a channel dedicated to wilderness adventures, where the creator goes on hikes, trail runs, and shares his experiences in all kinds of environments. But this particular video was very different from his usual content. It didn't feel planned, it didn't feel scripted. It felt raw, like something captured in a real moment of danger. In July 2020, during a long trail run in the Maroon Bells Snowmass Wilderness in western Colorado, he suddenly spotted 2 bear cubs climbing a tree right in front of him. And luckily, he noticed them before their mother noticed him. But that wasn't enough to avoid getting her attention.
There's 2 more cubs, 20 yards away. And the sow just charged up here, but she couldn't see me. Fuck. Fuck. They're going higher in the tree. I need to get out of here. I need to get out of here. Hey! 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 Back up! Back up! I'm gonna spray you, Mama. I'm gonna spray you. Back up! I'm leaving. I'm leaving. Mama, I'm leaving. Hey! Back up! Back up, Mama! Back up! Holy fuck. Oh my god, I'm gonna have a heart attack. Twice.
Now, I can't really say he was just lucky to survive that encounter. It was mainly because he had protection on him. And this is a perfect example of how important that really is. That bear spray made the bear turn back immediately. You can clearly see that throwing rocks didn't help at all. If anything, It only made the bear more determined. Now think about it. Do you really believe he would have stood a chance without that spray? I don't think so, especially not against a mother bear that would do absolutely anything to protect her cubs. So the lesson here is simple. Always, and I mean always, have some kind of protection with you. This is someone with years of experience out in the wild around animals and predators, and even he ended up in that situation. So what makes anyone else think they'd be safer? Tate is a guy who loves fishing and from time to time hunting as well. His videos have helped him grow a big audience, showing people how to fish properly, trying different challenges, and just enjoying the outdoors. But in this particular video, something completely different happened. Something that left him on edge and genuinely fearing for his life after encountering someone with some very strange intentions. He went back to a fishing spot he had visited before, a place where something had already happened to him in the past. I'll let him explain.
Last time we was out here, you guys didn't get to see the footage, but we actually had a guy with a machete come down here and he was like hacking stuff away, and one time we didn't have something on us. He wasn't very rude. We ended up having a conversation with him later, and he was a lot nicer than he was in the original conversation. But he basically just wanted us to make sure we took all our trash with us, which is fine. I completely respect that. What is this down here? There's something down here on a tree. I almost thought that was a dead body. I was like, oh God. I know audio is terrible. It always is here, but you kind of have to take the good with the bad.
Well, it didn't take long until that machete guy showed up again, but this time he seemed even more agitated, at least from what Tate described. They kept their distance at first, being cautious and hesitant, but eventually decided to approach a bit closer to figure out what was going on.
You know our buddy come down through here, the guy that was wielding the machete that we talked about in the last video, I believe. Huh? No, I don't see him. Do you see him? Huh? He's down there? Yeah. Okay. Well, we're making our way to him. How's it going, buddy? Some more nice little holes down in here. Buddy's 100% tweaking right now. Ah, got one. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, really? What's that? As far as I need to go? Something wrong? What's that? Well, are you good?
I am, but yeah, you only just fish, but yeah, you don't come back here.
Okay. We usually fish all the way down through there. Why not? I mean, what's that? Hung up.
I'll show you what.
Okay, sure.
I've lived here my whole life.
Okay.
There's certain things here, if you look close enough,
Yeah.
that is old.
Okay.
Probably before Roman Empire.
Okay.
You're not going to find nothing like fancy gold or anything like that. It's just, it's got my name
Okay.
etched in the rock.
Okay.
But anyway, it's mine.
Okay.
And something else. I had discovered I gave away a city by a fire.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is, I ain't trying to be a dick.
No, I got you.
This is just,
Yeah.
my head.
I got you. We've fished down through there several times. If we were to find something,
Well, there's a lot more.
we don't want to take anything.
There's a lot more than,
Yeah.
Tell me about stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like there's a wall, rock wall.
Uh-huh.
Right up.
Sure.
I mean, it's open now. It's been knocked over now.
Yeah.
It's just open.
All right, man. Well, hey, we fish here quite often.
Now, that man actually tried to act like it was his property, immediately trying to intimidate them by saying something like, "That's about as far as you'll go." Like, what? Who even is this guy? Then he started rambling about finding old things. And yeah, it was pretty clear he wasn't making much sense. Something was definitely off about him. And considering he had shown up before with a machete, it made the whole situation even more concerning. He seemed unpredictable. At least this time he didn't have a weapon on him, but Tate and his friends didn't take any chances and decided to call the police, just so that, if anything ever happened in that area again, there would already be a report and someone to look for.
There's a guy down there. He is absolutely tweaking out. And he said that we didn't need to go any farther down the creek. And like, he was hearing voices and stuff. He's down there chilling on a rock. So, kind of hate to call the cops because we fish here a lot and I've seen him here multiple times. And so it's gonna be one of those deals when he sees us again, it's like, oh, you guys call the cops, you know what I mean? So, I don't know if you wanna go down and check it out or if you just wanna keep it in mind and maybe...
If he's down there tweaking, I go down and take him to jail.
He's tweaking.
All right, I'm gonna call some else.
Okay, it's probably, he didn't look like...
I know who
He does have a machete that he wields a lot, so...
He's called me down here before.
Okay. Okay, I got you. I got you. All right, thank you.
All right.
Tate talks about how he fishes in that creek quite often, and how he'd love to bring his kid there one day to enjoy the same spot. But because of the uncertainty around that man's behavior, he admits he wouldn't feel comfortable doing that, and for good reason. Someone who speaks in a strange, disconnected way and mentions hearing voices clearly isn't in a stable state of mind. Put a machete in a situation like that, and it becomes a potentially very dangerous combination. It doesn't take much for things to escalate, and in cases like this, it could easily turn into something tragic. That's why Tate made the right call by contacting the police and reporting the situation. Just in case something ever happens in that area again, there's already awareness and a record of it. Let me know if you've ever had a similar experience or something even worse. It's always interesting to hear your stories. In 2015, a massive bushfire known as the Pinery Fire broke out in South Australia. Driven by strong winds, extremely dry conditions, and abundant fuel across farmland and scrub, the fire spread rapidly across the landscape, eventually becoming one of the most dangerous and fast-moving fires in the region. As the fire expanded, it generated its own intense weather conditions, with shifting winds pushing the flames forward at high speed. Fire crews working in the area had to remain mobile and constantly reassess their positions to avoid being trapped by the advancing fire front.
We are going to get your posting here. Actually, we are near the head of this fire.
Without much warning, the main fire front begins to move in. In bushfires like this, the leading edge can travel incredibly fast, turning a distant threat into an immediate danger in a matter of moments. When fire trucks get caught in situations like this, they may have to switch into what's known as burnover mode, a procedure designed for extreme conditions. This can involve deploying heat shields or reflective curtains over the windows and using onboard water systems to spray and cool the exterior of the vehicle, helping prevent it from igniting. The truck that was recording stopped to prepare for this as the flames began closing in faster than they could safely escape. But the truck ahead had a different idea, one that nearly put everyone in serious danger. They began reversing, and due to the limited visibility caused by smoke and fire, something dangerous unfolded.
Burn over, Scotty! Burn over! Burn over, Scotty! Jesus Christ! Burn over! General broadcast, if any units are out, I've activated motor.
After the collision, the situation escalated very quickly because the main fire front had already reached them. The trucks that were stopped on the road were overtaken by the flames in what's known as a burnover. During this, the firefighters remained inside their vehicles and relied on the truck's protective systems while the fire passed over them. Even though it looks extremely dangerous, and it absolutely was, the burnover itself lasted a relatively short time. Once the fire front moved past, the immediate threat eased, and the crews were able to regroup and continue operations. Fortunately, there were no fatalities in this incident, and all firefighters involved survived the burnover. It really shows how much these people put on the line every day so others can stay safe, and how quickly a situation that seems under control can turn into a life-threatening one in seconds. Ali is a girl who shares her outdoor adventures on social media, posting videos to connect with people who hunt for their food, care about wildlife, and support public land conservation. Her channel is widely appreciated because of how genuine she is, but in this particular video, things took a turn when she and her partner, Nick, found themselves in a dangerous situation. They were out elk hunting, and while making their way down the mountain afterward, it started to feel like something was following them. And that feeling alone was enough to make the situation terrifying.
Go. 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 Getting closer. Get. I only saw one set of eyes and it didn't look. Real big or anything. I don't know, I hope there's not like cubs in the tree or something.
I could take a few steps, you could take a few steps until we get far enough away.
I don't think it's gonna do anything.
I don't think so either. Alright.
Oh, trying to let him in. There.
Oh, I see him, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I see him. Well, they're just watching us now. Let's just get.
I just don't want it to be above me, behind me. Too close.
Alright, well, let's just cruise. Oh, yeah. Oh, look at her. Oh, freaky. I mean, they're still in the same spot.
No, they're moving.
Are they?
Wish we had a bigger light.
Same.
Are you sure it's a bear? Not like a cat or something?
I don't know.
I could bang off a shot.
to get it to go away.
Yeah, how many shots do you have?
Like 14.
Okay.
I also don't want to be like obnoxious, but let's just keep walking.
Okay.
If it gets any, like if we walk another 100 yards and it's still looking at us,
Okay.
I'll shoot.
Okay.
I don't want to shoot with how dry it is right now.
Oh, yeah.
So, what actually happened there? When they were going down the mountain, she saw two lights at first. Initially, they thought they had reached their truck, even though it was way sooner than expected. After a while, they realized those weren't lights at all. It was a pair of eyes glowing in the dark. It didn't take long before they understood it was actually a mountain lion with cubs stalking them and following their every step, prepared to attack if they got too close. They were ready in case something happened, but fortunately it didn't come to that, and they slowly made their way out of the situation. It was a terrifying encounter. As with all mothers with cubs, they are very protective of their young and will do whatever it takes to keep them safe. So it's never a good idea to approach them. In a situation like that, you would likely need to act in self-defense, which could result in the cubs losing their mother, something no one would ever want. So they did the right thing by leaving the area. That's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed these kinds of videos, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more. You can also turn on the bell so you'll get notified whenever I post. And if you want to keep watching, click on one of the videos on the screen. I'm sure you'll enjoy those too.